If you've seen me fight, you know what I'm bringing. If you haven't, it's going to be a very, very good surprise.
And I'm in this game to fight hard dudes. I want to be known as one of the best fighters ever.
It's just going to be such a nasty game Friday night, bro. I can't wait. I'm so excited for it.
I will leave all my heart in the octagon and take the belt.
What is up, everybody? Thanks for joining us once again. Covering thecage.com, the Las Vegas Review Journal, bringing you everything you need to know about International Fight Week. Adam Hill and Heidi Fang here. Heidi, it is a good time to be a fight fan here in Las Vegas.
It is. 2 fight cards, 2 title fights on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to these fights.
You're right. Friday, Saturday, it's all about the fighters inside the octagon, the stars of today. But Thursday night was about celebrating the legends of the past, the UFC Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Over at Park Theater, we saw Sakuraba go in, Urijah Faber, Maurice Smith, Joe Silva, the matchmaker for a long time in the UFC. All the great moments for all those guys of the past. Good to see them recognized. But Don Frye was there. He's already in the Hall of Fame, but whenever he's there, he's going to steal the show. You've probably read about the clip on social media, but if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to want to find out the moment where Miesha Tate realized she's going to need a restraining order.
Officially, I'm here for 2 reasons. Number 1, I heard Miesha Tate might be single again. You know, for that reason alone, that's enough to make any cowboy dust off his best hat and ride into town.
Don Frye was inducted last year, but this year, Kazushi Sakuraba, the Gracie Killer. I really loved that he walked out with the full Pride theme playing, and the ensemble that he had was really something. It was really great to see him come all the way from Japan. I think having him inducted to the Pioneer Wing was really something. It was a fun night on the Strip tonight, but I tell you, this week is all about the fights, Adam. We've got 2 fight cards coming up, as we've said. Friday night, that's tomorrow, we will have the Ultimate Fighter Season 25 finale. And of course, today, the weigh-ins. At the ceremonial weigh-ins during the stare-downs, we had a couple of fighters get into a little bit of a skirmish. We saw the Bone Crusher, Mark Diakiese. He got into it with Jakar Klose. Little too close for comfort, I'd say. A
little bit, but cooler heads prevailed, and we didn't have anything thrown or any punches really thrown out there, just a little bit of mixing it up. So I think we'll be okay going into the fight.
Yeah, and again, everybody did make weight for the 12 bouts that are on tap for tomorrow night's fight card. That one, again, headlined by Michael Johnson and the UFC debut of Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, it should be a great night of fights. We'll have all the action for you live on all our social media pages, coveringthecage.com and up on Twitter. And we'll be out there bringing you a recap of the fights afterwards. Well, today was the last time we were going to hear from the stars of UFC 213, their final media appearances. I had a very proud moment, Heidi. I don't know if you can tell. I'm very happy right now. I don't know if this has ever been done fight week, but I actually got Yoel Romero to laugh. Now, I had to talk about the video that he made. He had one of the most impressive workout videos I've ever seen. We shared some of that with you yesterday. But I asked him if the whole point of that routine was to embarrass all the other 40-year-olds out there.
What I'm telling the world is commend yourself to God, and He will make you a new man. He'll do everything with love. It's an easy load.
Well, Adam, I don't think that Romero will be laughing that much once Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whittaker, lays his hands on him.
Be careful. He doesn't like that. It's such a great nickname, but he doesn't like it. I don't think we should do it, but he's not here, so I guess it's okay.
And you know what? He's coming off of impressive TKO finishes. I mean, you saw what he did with Derek Brunson, and then again with Jacare Ray.
More excited to fight Yoel Romero. That dude's an absolute killer, and I want his scalp. You know what I mean? It's a tough fight. It's a tough name, and I want to take it out.
So Bobby Knuckles seems like he's all business there. And yes, I'm going to use Bobby Knuckles because he's not here to do anything about it, so we're good. He is all business. He's ready to go, and that's how we usually see fighters 24 hours before weigh-ins. Anthony Pettis, though, seems like a guy in a pretty good mood for someone who's 1-3 in their last 4 fights. Maybe that's because he can actually eat now. He's coming back up to 155 after a couple tough weight cuts, and he said he's in a really good mood.
It's miserable cutting that weight. I mean, that's just not a fun life. I mean, you've got to watch everything you do, and that's not how I want to live. You know, at 155, I was the king. I definitely chased the goal. I wanted to be a double division champion, but I would kill my body to try to make the weight cut again.
Can't wait for that one against him and Jim Miller, that happening UFC 213. But Adam, there's also been a lot of talk lately about Travis Browne and this garden that he's got going in his new Victorville home.
It's not exactly a secret garden. Everybody knows about it. Everybody's talking about it right now.
Yeah, so I mean, I wonder how much, he really has to do with the project, being that he says it's really Ronda Rousey's.
You know what? I don't do the daily stuff on the garden. I'll do more of the handiwork, like, if something needs some holes drilled into it, or like something needs to be made, to help the garden. But really, man, the garden thing is Ronda's deal, and she's killing it.
And Travis Browne will look to snap a 3-fight losing streak on Saturday night when he takes the octagon at UFC 213. But win or lose, it's right back to Victorville to water the plants.
Well, I'm looking forward to the rest of International Fight Week. Tomorrow we'll be live at the T-Mobile Arena, so look for all of our coverage from there.
Be careful though, Heidi. Don Frye is still out there. We saw what he had to say. We have to make sure that everybody's on the alert because he is still in town.
But on that note, though, make sure to give us a follow at Covering the Cage so you can keep up with those Don Frye updates, and at Adam Hill LVRJ, and I'm at Heidi Fang.